Hello, boys and girls, men and women of all ages, shapes, and sizes. I am Owen Adams, also known as British Gamer, and this is LocoRoco Cocoreccho. And look at this little guy. Here he is. Here's our little LocoRoco. This is a PlayStation Plus Plays video celebrating each of the wonderful PlayStation Plus games that are released every month. This I do as a thank you for hitting my first Patreon reward, because that helps cover the cost of my PSPlus subscription, which I do kind of need to keep this channel afloat. So I always try to cover them. This one is kind of a special game for me. Look at this. I'm controlling that, by the way. I'm tilting the controller, that's what's doing that. Because this was actually when I got my PlayStation 3, and I got my PS3 in about 2008, so they were still quite early on in the PS3's life, relatively speaking. That first 2 years were very rough for it, so I think anyone who got in there before 2009 can say they were there at the beginning. It was that quiet. This was the first PlayStation game I bought. I got a game with the machine, which was Resistance: Fall of Man. And then I went onto the PSN and bought this. This was kind of the first digital game I'd ever bought, because I'd never bought anything on my Xbox or my Wii, really. I tell a lie, I bought Mario 64 on my Wii. So this is a very early game, and I also owned a PSP, so the title screens are going to keep going till I get into the game. But I'm introducing it, damn it. Let's go wake him up then, we'll drop him off. On the PSP there were games very similar to this. They were LocoRoco games, which used the shoulder pads to tilt it around. Now, this is a motion control game. Oh, here we go. Hey! We've woken him up. It was advertised at the time of being an interactive screensaver. You have a little butterfly here. You control the butterfly directly with the analog stick. And let's see if we can wake him up. Now, I don't control this little guy here. Basically, I control the butterfly. And while these things are on screen, the butterfly does stuff. And they follow the butterfly. They will attempt to track it down. And the idea is to lead them through this quite complicated little thing. You can hear that little voice singing. That is actually the voice of the little thing. Because you get different colors, and the more you get, the greater a chorus sort of appears. Come on. There we go. So now, how do we wake these up? Okay. Now this was kind of a showcase for the 6-axis features, so shaking this, I think... Oh, okay, we're supposed to be waking these up. Come on. There we go. Shaking the controller gets these guys off. And they just go on their way, basically. Come on, wake this one up. There we go. It's an adorable little game. It's a very simple game. I was quite surprised to see it as a PlayStation Plus game. Aside from anything, you know, it's a Sony first-person title. Pardon? A Sony first-person title. I kind of assumed it'd have hit first PlayStation Plus already. And this is basically it, you know, the little guys follow the butterfly, and you kind of, you lead them through all of this world's secrets. And it's tricky, you can lose some. But then if I get them, for example, here to touch this thing. And that's kind of the gist of it. There we go, come on, they're gonna jump. That'll send this off. You encourage them to follow the butterfly, and then as they follow the butterfly, they'll unlock things. You need certain numbers of the little LocoRoco things to do certain things. It is adorable. There's no getting away from that. You should be able to hear now there's a different voice in the song. More of a nasally voice, can you hear that? Come on, then. So you lead them along, and there isn't so much of a goal as much as it is to just kind of get through the level, I guess. There isn't... I mean, I've been to what I think is the end of the level, which is like a boss fight, kind of. But for the most part, it's just about playing, you know? It's a game with a real sense of play. A lot of the early PSN games were like this, you know? You had Flower, Flow, things like that. Sony, early on in the PS3, one thing they managed to do was actually get a lot of awards, basically. Come on. For games like this that were different. And looking back, it was almost a kind of a little bit pretentious, like it was, oh, we'll get games from the type of press who don't even like games by making games that aren't the type of games people like to play, but That's why I was always weirded out by flow. Alright, shake the controller for these guys. But this one, I have mixed feelings about it, I guess. I think it's very good for what it is. But I was surprised to see them still pitching it today, you know? Particularly since it's so old. I feel like anyone who wanted to play it will have played it, you know? And it's a small game. It's, you know, no getting away from that. So basically, oh, where have they gone? Ah, yeah, this is the bit I'm not great at. So they've gone around in this machine. These big ones, by the way, that's when two LocoRocos have actually bumped into one another and merged. This is actually back at the beginning because I kind of screwed up what I'm supposed to do. Because what you're supposed to do, come on, is get them up into that machine and then flick as they go across that spring. Which then, if you're very lucky, cracks that base and lets you add some more things. So we're up to 15, which is good, I guess. I won't lie, the song gets a little annoying after a while. Come on, come on. It's waking up these ones I always had trouble with. There we go, you kind of like rapidly tap, which will jingle them into a more enthusiastic little jump. It's usually how you get those curled up Tim Burton vines. Okay, so here we go. You lead them down here, and then what you gotta do is, if you are fortunate, are they coming? Come on, there we go. You flick when you get here, and then there we go, you let these guys out. And then you got a few more. This should let you hit 20, I think. Ah, no, we got 15, so we can get to here. So now we just kind of have to get past this door somehow. It's tricky, though. It's fiddly in the way all games that don't necessarily give you direct control over your characters can be. You are kind of at the whim of what these little blobs are gonna do. And they don't always do what you want them to do. They're kind of rebellious little lumps. Because they're just trying to chase the butterfly, you know? Come on, red. We have a blue one now, which adds yet another song to the voice. We'll get a pink one later on, which has a very deep little bassy voice that I like. Like the guy from Boys to Men. Just comes in at the end of the song, gives us a little bit of soul. So it's kind of, it's a little bit like it's the children's TV of games, you know? Here we go. There he is, old blue. He also sounds sort of French, the blue one, which I do find very cute. Oh, they've gone on again. How are we gonna get him on here? Don't fall. No, don't go down there. He's supposed to be going up here. Ah. Okay, that makes that faster, but that's not what I want to do. I'm trying to get them down there. They're going all around in circles, you see, but I'm trying to get them through onto the little 15 gate. I don't really remember how to do that. Aha, yeah, stay there. Ah, there we go. I did that. I sped them around. Get them to drop this here. So once we hit 15, we'll be okay. Come on, little guys. I think they are just working their way around. If I just stay down here, they'll all get here. Aside from this one that's asleep, but I'm just going to leave him be. There we go, 15. So we've opened the new area. So if you're playing this on PlayStation Plus this month and you're thinking, what the hell is this weird game? How the hell do I do any of this? That's pretty much how you get past your first little area there. I'm probably not going to play for too much longer, which I know this is going to be short for a PlayStation Plus PlayStation Plus Plays video. But to be honest, it's a short game, and I don't really want to show it all, because, I mean, if you think this looks terrible, and it's never the kind of game you'd play, then you're going to hate watching the video. Whereas if you think this is kind of adorable and just the kind of game you'd want to play, you'll probably want to see it for yourself, so We've got him onto the clouds here. So it's interesting. It reminds me a little bit of, oh, I've completely forgotten what it reminds me of. There are some great visuals in it. That was it. It looks a lot like, Yellow Submarine, you know? Which is kind of adorable. So, yeah. And I like games, by the way, where you don't necessarily exercise direct control over a character, but you influence how they work. Used to be a really, really great game on PC called Galapagos about a little bug that learned, but way more sophisticated than this, but it's a genre that kind of interests me and doesn't get a lot of representation, I guess. But that's it, basically. I'm going to wrap up there because I don't want to go on too far. I want you guys to kind of see this for yourself if you want to play it, or pass if you don't. And I'm going to get out of here. This is LocoRoco Cocoreccho. This is a PlayStation Plus game in this month of May 2016. And thank you very much for watching. My name is Owen Adams, also known as British Gamer, and if you have enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/OwenAdams and make a small monthly pledge. And that's normally what I say last, but I also forgot to pimp my Twitter and stuff. All the usual. You can find out how to get in touch and everything in the video description below. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye!